go in manually and update, where I am in the book, in my GoodReads, in my StoryGraph, in my BookMarie, which are all tracking apps. Yes, I have 3. They all have different things that I need. Welcome back to Battle Comma Podcast with myself, Colette's Reading Corner, aka Colette, and Bookish and Fed, Elizabeth. Yeah, we in the building, y'all. And this episode, we're going to talk about, what are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about the different ways of reading. Audible, physical copies, and Kindle.
What's your favorite?
Kindle. Last month taught me everything I needed to know about myself. I don't need these physical books. If I do buy physical books from now on, they will be things that I either pre-ordered because it was just something that I knew I was going to love or had an inkling I was going to love. That doesn't always pan out. Or it's something that I have read on my Kindle and loved, and now I want a physical copy. Those are the ways. But what about you? Audible.
I think my favorite would have to be the physical book.
Really?
Because I really enjoy the smell of them. I enjoy being able to turn the page. And one of my favorite things is when I am reading it, and I have an actual book or a bookmark, just watching the bookmark go down to the end of the book. Like there's something about that is so satisfying to me. Every time I put something in as a bookmark, because it's not always a bookmark, but something in there, I look at the top of the book just to see where it's at. And I can't do that with Kindle. I can get the percentage, but it's not the same feeling that I get.
I'm okay with that. Like I don't mind that, and I go update it on my GoodReads and my StoryGraph and BookMarie, and I'm just like I'm at 72%. Like
you are so good about that. I suck.
Which is probably why you like the physical books better. Because you're tracking it in your mind, not so much on the apps. For me,
my mind doesn't need to be tracking anything else.
Yeah. So we're just going to talk about the pros and cons of having all. We tell you all, well, I don't know if we tell you, but I tell you all the time, get you a Kindle Unlimited. Get you a Kindle Unlimited. I personally feel like it's a good deal. $10 a month. You borrow up to 15. Well, I don't know, because Liz got 47 books. I got 15. They capped me at 15. They let Liz borrow whatever she want to borrow.
No, that's not. There's no way, Colette. Maybe it's because I borrowed 2 sets, and they put me over. You know what I mean? Because they lend it out as a set, but then our Kindle counts it as books. So it has nothing to do with me, Colette.
Hold on. You can borrow a set?
I mean, I have sets on there.
How do you borrow a set? Like you go in and you be like, oh, let me get the whole set. Just borrow.
If the whole set is on Kindle Unlimited.
That's a thing? I have been going in each individual book and be like, read for free.
I don't know if that's what I did because it was so long ago. But for instance, actually, for Throne of Glass, it was the whole set. But that wasn't Kindle Unlimited. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
So
I bought the whole set.
Kindle is great. I like it because it automatically connects to my GoodReads. I remember once upon a time it used to track where I was. Like if I exited out of the book, GoodReads would automatically update.
Didn't it?
I don't know. Too. I think they stopped it. It doesn't do that anymore, as far as I know, unless I removed something on accident and didn't know. But it doesn't do that anymore. So I have to go in manually and update, where I am in the book, in my GoodReads, in my StoryGraph, in my BookMarie, which are all tracking apps. Yes, I have 3. They all have different things that I need.
I can't.
They do.
Literally, guys, Colette will be like, Liz, don't forget to update your GoodReads.
Yeah.
And when I know we're doing our monthly wrap up, I'm like, okay, did I get all the books in there?
Yeah. So for me, Kindle hits because honestly, a lot of the books that I get are recommended on Kindle Unlimited, and they're actually really good books. Like I remember the Kindle Unlimited books were just like, stop. Now they have a way better selection. I would say that
I have to agree.
In the last 3 years.
I have to agree because when I got Kindle Unlimited during COVID, and I canceled it for a little bit because I just wasn't finding books. But then I think that's when TikTok took off and people started finding the books, because that's another thing. Like I will not scroll for hours looking for a book.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was doing that with Kindle Unlimited.
Yes.
So I canceled it, and then now I got it like maybe 6 months after that. But it's paid for itself, really.
Yeah.
If you take all those books that you've read, and look at how much they are, because some of them might be $1.99, $2.99, but some of them are $15.49. You know, so it adds up. It adds up. I'm all for Kindle Unlimited.
Absolutely. And then if you read as much as we do, if you are a reader, I highly recommend it, because if you read if you're reading more than 5 books a month, or at least 5 books a month, I should say, Kindle Unlimited, I feel like, is a sure bet. You're going to find something, you're going to enjoy it. You don't have to worry about it. You pay $10 and it's good. Kind of like going to your library. But even if you go to the library, you have to wait until someone else returns a book.
Oh my gosh.
And especially if it's a popular book,
you're waiting for a long time.
Whereas
and you're waiting
popular books on Kindle, and it's there, it's immediate, it's digital. So you just download it and read it.
And with the library, you're at their reading pace. And
correct.
And for instance, someone can be a fast reader but have a lot going on, and they will have the book the maximum time that they're allowed. So you're waiting. I waited 6 months for an audio book one time.
That's too much. So yeah, for me, Kindle always. And then physical books, I feel like goes without saying. It's a physical book. Like there's nothing like having a physical book to read. Like these are books that I need to read. I haven't read them yet. They're just sitting here waiting for me to read them. It's fine. This is actually a short stack.
Not me trying to see which one.
Oh, let me.
No, it's okay. We gonna work on that stack.
But
if I want to read,
I have a whole bunch of. I'm gonna insert a picture of my book cart. Last month let me know Kindle was the way to go for me. As of this month, as when we're recording, I'm already starting book 5. It took me a whole month to read 5 physical books. Like it works better for me. You have your Kindle, I have it on my iPad, I have it on my phone. I can take it wherever I go. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about lugging around these huge books with me because I have it in the palm of my hand. But physical books are physical books. They're pretty.
Yes, but I'm going to piggyback off of your comment about lugging it around. I'm one of those. I always have a book with me. And that, I would say, is a con. Not that I have it with me, but with me, it is susceptible to damage. And that bothers me. Like, I remember when we got together last month, that you and Miss May came up here, I was like, Colette, how do you keep your books looking so pretty? Not that for instance, not that the books get messed up. Like, look, Dark Window. This book went everywhere with me because I could not put it down. And I had such a busy schedule when I started the book. This book went with me on vacation, everything. And it's still in pretty good, you know what I mean? It's in good condition and all that, but it doesn't look new.
My books look new.
I know. They look great. For instance, she read, where's the book that you read? Anyways, it doesn't even matter. It looked like she didn't even touch it.
Yeah, I literally will take a book. I gave you Belladonna. It's a paperback. I literally, for instance, I'm just
right
using
here.
an example.
Right here. Look at it. She read the whole book. Not even like bed corners.
Like, when I read it, I don't. You know how some people will break the spine? I don't break the spine. I open it like this, and I read it because I don't like to break the spine.
And then let's just bring this baby back out. Look at my corners. Look at her corners.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can't do that because I always have them with me. I even took it to the river with me. It was that good. Anyways, besides the point. But that would be a con, is accidental damage to the book.
Yeah. Which, I mean, can't handle
wear and tear.
I don't have juices and things like that around my Kindle because it's on my iPad. I have a physical Kindle that I purchased that I don't use because I have Kindle on my iPad. Because I was like, no, I just want my iPad to be my iPad, and I want to have a Kindle. No,
that's exactly why I got a Kindle, actually.
And I spent $100 for nothing because I don't use my Kindle.
Not for nothing.
I mean, to have a physical Kindle is literally just the Kindle, the actual Kindle program, whatever you want to call it. The I can't even find it. It's somewhere in my house somewhere, child. But Liz has hers. Liz can show you hers. See, I have one of those too. Look, you have the yeah, that's the book I told Liz to read. But yeah, I don't use it. I literally have mine on my phone or on my iPad.
I love that case.
Thank you so much. So I don't know why I bought it. I do know why I bought it. I just have a spending problem. It's fine.
It's okay. We're working on it, are we?
But again, physical books I like. So for instance, now my whole thing is to get through them. I'm going to, again, you should have seen the picture by now. My book cart is a mess. I have so many books sitting there waiting.
Me too, though. But that being said, I agree with Colette. Last month really put it into perspective for me. I'm not gonna stop buying physical books, but
yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna be more.
I will be extra selective.
Yeah.
Like I'm either gonna buy a book that I really like or one that I have been waiting. Like there's a few books coming out that I've been waiting for. But to like go in until I finish all my live-in physical books. I'm not going to go out to buy books just to buy books. Like how, we go to Barnes & Noble or one of our bookstores and we just walk around and like, oh, I like this one. I'll pick it. No.
Yeah.
I'm going to be more intentional.
I'm still going to be getting my book of the month and my fairy loot.
Yes.
But outside of that, like I just received my book yesterday for a book that I pre-ordered months ago. So excited.
Tell us a little bit about it.
It's called Blood at the Root. And a short synopsis is, what if Harry Potter was black and went to an HBCU? I was like, oh my God, I'm a Harry Potter fan. That would be so cool.
You should do an in-depth review for me.
Oh, I can totally do that.
Watch out for the episode, guys.
We're going to have a screenshot. You'll see the picture on the screen. Blood at the Root. Oh my gosh. By Ladarian Williams, I think his last name is. Something, child. But I'm so excited. If you want the in-depth video, we'll be here. That's coming. So yeah. And then you have Audible.
That's my jam.
Liz loves her some Audible.
I do. And I think there's I'm cleaning, plug in my AirPod, go to town. I'm prepping dinner and cooking, pop in my AirPod, go to town. Get in the car to drive kids to school, put your AirPods in and listen to your music. I'm listening to my book. Now, some of the cons. If I don't have my AirPods, I'm shit out of luck. Like that, because if I'm around people, if I'm by myself, like I'll put it on the TV, it doesn't even matter. But so that's one of the cons.
TV?
I stream it to the TV. But I don't know.
That's a pro, if you ask me.
No, yeah, because I only wear Go ahead.
I watch so much BookTube, and I literally watch people. Yeah. You might have pulled me in because I watch BookTube I literally watch people break down books and sit there for 3 hours as they break down a book. And you're giving me phrases and stuff. Like, so if that's the case, then I can stream it to my TV. Like, for me, that would work. But I remember when I used to work, we used to work at this company that shall not be named. And and I was promoted to a new position, and it was in Kissimmee. So that was like a 45-minute drive for me. So I would put on my Audible audiobooks in the car. And I'd get to the job, and I don't know what the hell happened. So then I had to go back in my Kindle to where I left off to pick up because I zone out. I don't listen to it.
Now, a little bit off subject before I forget. Kindle Unlimited has books that come with audio.
Yes.
One of our books that...
Dang, it's over there.
No, it's not one of our books. It's this book I'm going to read. Actually, it's my next book. But it has the audio, and I'm like, but I don't... That's one thing I don't... If I'm reading, I'm reading it. If I'm listening, I'm listening. I know that there's people that do both, but my brain is just too wonky to do that.
They offered it with Her Name is Night. So I had downloaded the audio book with it, and I was reading it with the audio because, some people read slow. So I just sped it up.
Yes, I speed it up.
But like when I was reading along with it, I don't know. I understood it a little bit more. I'm not going to say I understood it a little bit more, but I guess I could focus.
It's a different vibe. And I like that part of it.
Yeah.
But for me to like be in the middle of chapter 3 and then come into the house and open the book, I've never really done that. I've always just stuck with the audio book. I just feel like I don't know. But Audible also, like, you can download the books as much memory as you have. And on Kindle, you can have all your audiobooks, connect your AirPods to the Bluetooth on the Kindle, and boom, you could use your Kindle. You don't even have to use your phone for Audible.
Yep. That is also Amazon owned, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And you don't have to wait for a library. A lot of the times, they have books, like, for instance, Butcher and Blackbird. I got, I think, for $6.99, I think, for the audiobook. Audiobooks are not cheap. So with Audible, you pay, I believe we pay $15 a month. And they also have Audible Plus, which is free books that they offer with theirs. It's like Kindle Unlimited for Audible. So it's $15 a month. So if you get a book that's $6, do you have partial credit for another book? No, I just paid. It asks you, do you want to use a credit? Or you can buy the book. So I just paid the $6 because I'm like, I would rather use my credit.
Higher place. Gotcha.
I would rather use my credit for a book that's over $15 because there's a lot of those, especially the new books that come out. Yeah. They're all over $15. But if it's under $15, I'm just buying it. I'm not going to use a credit for that. But they do, again, the Audible Plus, it's included in your Audible membership. And they have really good books. Like Hooked is on there right now for Audible Plus. I wanted to listen to it.
Also on Kindle Unlimited.
Yes. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard great things about it. I think, is it Red Wing? You know the book because we've talked about the book. It's like a black book and it has a red, the scythe. What is it? Red Scythe? Is that what it is?
Y'all, we don't know how to say this word. Is it scythe?
Is it scythe? I think you're right. I
think it's scythe. She thinks it's scythe. We're going to put it on the screen.
No, I think Colette's right. Anyway, that book is on Kindle Unlimited. Yep. The Lord of the Ring books are included in the Audible Plus Amazon. What other books did I see? The Bridgerton books, which I'm actually listening to The Duke and I. The book is better than the show. And the show's great.
And the show is great. I like the way they did it though. But Liz is only on book 1. So for someone who has read all 8 books, I see why they did it the way they did it. Because all of their stories are separate. All the sibling stories are separate, but they all intermingle. So they have to pull stuff from other books, like put into season 1 that will lead you into season 2 and season 3.
Oh, well, I never get caught up in that stuff. What I mean by the book is better, guys.
You get more detail.
Not just that. Yes, definitely that. But I'm hearing the Duke's thoughts that you don't hear in the show.
Yeah.
So listening to how he fell for her first is game changing for me.
Yes.
So anyways, back to that thing. So Audible and they had all the ACOTAR books. Mm-hmm. They had, I don't know if they're still on there because they were saying they were going to remove them at the end. The dramatized ones, because some of the audiobooks also are dramatized. So it's like, in the old days, they used to sit by the radio and listen to a show. Yeah. It's like that. Like you hear the swords clanking and all that. It's cool.
Oh, that? I've heard people talk about it. I was like, I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Yeah. No, it's
really, you hear the actual like sword fighting if it's one of those type of books. Oh, so
at least the part that I heard. I haven't listened to a dramatized one because I kind of Sarah J. Massed out for a little bit. But no.
I don't want to complain because I still like you. You my girl. But that last book,
I haven't finished it yet.
And as Liz, I've been struggling with fantasy since that book. I think I hyped up her book too much because
I definitely did.
I definitely did. Going into ACOTAR world and they're going to merge. I was like, this is going to be like an Avengers level type book, and it wasn't that. And I was disappointed. So now I'm looking at fantasy like.
I really just got aggravated with Bryce.
Yes.
And I'm only 40% through the book. I heard it gets worse, but I probably would have just throat punched her right away because she was annoying from the beginning. But anyways, cons of Audible. If you're in an area with no service and you didn't download the books beforehand, you can't get the book. If you're in a place...
It's so funny. I was telling my mom, she finally used, you can add a person to your Kindle. My mom has been on my Kindle for the last 10 years. She'll never use it until Liz talked about anatomy. She was like, I want that book. And then I was like, oh, look, Ma, it's on Kindle Unlimited. Why don't you use your Kindle Unlimited and get the book? Right? So my mother lives in Jamaica. Okay. Hey, Mama, this is your story. Shout out to you.
Yep. Mama. The most beautiful smile ever. Thing.
Every time I talk about my mom, Liz talks, your mom's smile is gorgeous.
Lights up a room. Like, you cannot be sad if she's smiling. You just look at her and you're like, oh.
So in Jamaica, sometimes the power goes away because they don't care about us.
Well,
I mean, that's what I'm going to say.
That's the excuse in Cuba, they don't...
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Caribbean nations, y'all get it. You know what I'm talking about. Power go up. Okay? So I said, Mama, how is anatomy going? She said, oh, I didn't read it because the power went out, so I couldn't read it. I said, what you talking about, Mom? You downloaded the book, right? Yeah. So read the book. Once you download it, that's it. You can access the book. So just remind me of that because you were like, if you didn't download it, you're out of an area. Yeah. But she didn't know that. She was just like, well, the power went out, so I didn't think I could read. I was like, no, that's not how it works. If you download the book, you got it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So what other things for Audible? That's it for me, really, is not having service. I love it. But
an Audible fan. Again, that putting it to my TV might pull me in. I'm going to try that.
Yeah. Put it on while you're cleaning.
Yeah. I'm going to try that and see if that works. Because I remember any other way, I think maybe because if I was driving, like I said, it was a 45-minute drive. So I would zone out. I'd be looking at stuff on the road.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't paying attention. Mm-hmm. So if I'm in a room cleaning or whatever, that makes sense. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in the room. So maybe that'll work. We'll try that. But as for me, Audible is just not my jam. My sisters love it. I'm just like, my brother too. Maybe it's a me thing. Maybe because I'm the last child, I want to be different. I don't know.
Oh, you little ones.
Yeah. But yes. But again, those are the different ways of reading. I'm sure there are there other ways? Kindle,
Braille.
Audible, physical books. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the.
But that's a physical book.
Yeah. I don't know how else you would read something. Oh, I guess you have like Wattpad. Me and
Oh my God. My daughter, I don't even remember what age she got on Wattpad. Bad parenting moment. I know, because I had no idea what Wattpad was.
You bugging for real. Yeah.
I just don't even know. But she's been a Wattpad fan since I don't even know what age, but apparently Colette was on there too. Because I was telling Alana yesterday, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm reading a hood novel that Colette recommended, and she was like, oh, I remember my hood novel days on Wattpad. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Those were not as good as I like the hood novels now. If I look back at the things, and obviously the time is the time, you're going to enjoy what's out at that time. But looking back at the hood novels that were out then to what's out now, such a vast difference.
Is it?
Yeah.
She really likes the fan fiction that you can get on Wattpad. That's what she's.
Oh my gosh. Like Manacled? I want that.
Have you read it?
No, I want it. I've heard about it.
I have it on my Kindle.
How do you get it? Appreciate you. But yeah, you guys, let us know. Do you have Kindle? If you have Kindle, do you have Kindle Unlimited? If you are a reader, might I suggest you get Kindle Unlimited? Just throwing it out there. I don't know about your pockets.
Kindle, can you please sponsor Colette?
You know what I'm saying? For real. And it's so funny because I remember when I first got Kindle, I had the Fire tablet. My mom had got that for me. And I was just like, oh, let me get Kindle on here. But I was like, no, I like physical books.
Oh, yeah. I was a physical book snob for a little bit.
And then I just got on there and said, dang, I could download it. Oh, snap. Hold on now. And then
it was a wrap. See, for me, I was a physical book snob for a bit. And then I read a book by Phaedra Weldon. And she had spin-off books that were only available on ebook. And I was like, okay. And I went and I got myself a Nook.
I remember Nooks.
Because I was like, I don't want... they are still a thing, remember? We saw them at...
Nook is through Barnes & Noble, right?
Yes.
Just so you know, Kindle is through Amazon, Nook is through Barnes & Noble.
And there's other ones. Yeah. The only ones I've ever used was Nook. I used an iPad and now Kindle. Yeah. And this is my second Kindle because Alana made out like a bandit when she left for college. And that was one of the things that I gave her was my Kindle. So then I got the newer one for my birthday. And I love it. Absolutely love it. But that was the only reason I got the Nook. And then from there, it was out of convenience that I would get books. And then I found that the library did ebooks, and it was a wrap from there.
Do you know, I've had Kindle for a while, but it really took off for me in 2020 with the vid hit.
The what?
The vid, girl.
What? Oh.
And and you know, we couldn't go anywhere. So that's when I really, like you said, that's when I really started getting into it. But I had Kindle Unlimited for a minute because I think when you got married, which was before 2020, obviously, I was on Kindle Unlimited. I was going back and forth between Kindle Unlimited and my books, my physical books.
I wonder if it tells us how long we've had it. I wonder if it tells us how long we've had it. Okay, let's do a little commercial for Kindle. So we just found out, guys, that on the actual Kindle, because we have not figured out how to do it on the iPad yet, but when there's some books, I guess, because I didn't see it on Night Market, you can click on words that are on the pronunciation page at the beginning of the book, and it takes you to that page to see the definition, and then you go back to your page to continue reading. We learned that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Colette, what are you doing, ma'am?
Trying to see if Kindle will tell me how long I had it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't.
It doesn't tell me. It just tells me when it renews. But I know I've definitely had it for over 6 or 7 years.
I'm pretty sure I got mine around COVID. I mean, I can't say that.
And then I had liked the Kindle Unlimited, like I said, because at the time, 6, 7 years ago, I wasn't making the money I'm making now. Not that I'm balling, but I'm definitely better financially. So Kindle Unlimited was the lick because the books were not that great, but they were still books I could read, you know? So it was just like, all right, well, let's read about this dragon slayer who's a fae. What? I don't know. It was great.
There are some books on Kindle Unlimited that you're like, should you even be on here? But then there's those bangers that are like, you can't put it down.
The Kingdom of Crows.
The Kingdom of Crows. Was that your first, like...
No, I read that last year.
What was your first book on Kindle that made you fall in love? Do you remember?
Mm-mm.
Me neither.
Mm-mm. I used to read a lot of fae books, though.
I can see that.
Yeah. I still do. But, well, I'm telling you, this year, I went into my romance era because that doggone book ruined me. And not in a good way. Like, I'm reading Glint Guild. And usually I'll eat them up. Because they're not, again, it's a simple book. So it's not like you really need a lot. And they're all on Kindle Unlimited. But it's like I read a fantasy book and I need other books in between my fantasy book. Usually I just read fantasy back to back to back. So,
I think the last fantasy book I read was Night Market before that.
And that was so good. Oh, you guys, Night Market book 2 is out. And it's the Sun story like we wanted.
I'm so excited to read that.
So Miss May will come back to join us with that.
Yay!
Yes. But yeah, those are the different types of ways you can read, obviously. Again, let us know if you have, do you have the Nook? Let us know, because I don't know anyone with the Nook outside of Liz.
I don't have it anymore, but yeah. What reader, because there's other ones. I think there's one called Kobo. There's other readers out there. Yeah.
And then you have Libby as well for those that, if you don't want to pay for Kindle Unlimited, if you have an iPad, you can actually use Libby. Libby is basically linked to your local library, and you can download the digital book to your book, read it. It's the same thing as a library, though. If you have to wait on a wait list, if it's a popular book and there's people waiting for it, you have to wait, all of that. It's not like Kindle Unlimited where you can get it immediately. And then you can use that as a source as well. We'll have all of that linked below as well, just so you can see your different options. And then Audible, of course, as Liz loves her Audible.
I do.
My sisters and brother love their Audible.
I forgot what I was going to say about Kindle.
But again, and that's the reason why I like Kindle too. It's just so convenient because Amazon has a lot of stuff linked. So if you have it linked to your GoodReads, if you use GoodReads to track your books, it automatically links it as soon as you start reading it. Does that
you have to, on the Kindle, you have to, it gives you the option mark as currently reading.
If you turn it on every time you go in a Kindle book, it'll do it. But if you have it off, it's not going to do it.
Yeah, no.
Does it do that?
I don't know. I haven't tried to. I don't know, actually. I'll look into. I don't know. That would actually be good for someone like me.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other cons. Oh, for the Kindle, the memory. If you don't have enough memory, you can't download more books, I guess is a con. But it's like they come with enough. I have never run out of space. You?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, you have memory on your iPad. Whatever your iPad memory is, you can only download as many. But it's a lot of books. It would have to be a lot of books to take. I've never run out of space. If you have a Kindle or an e-reader, have you run out of space?
How do I check my space on my iPad?
Okay, on the iPad, you go to settings, and I think it's general, and then about. I think it is. Okay. No. Okay. So I thought I knew something.
Oh, active storage. Ha! I have used 35 gigs out of my 64.
See?
And
you're nowhere near it.
The majority of it comes from my emails. A close second is my Kindle, though. But it's only 781 megabytes out of.
Yeah. See. So I don't even. I don't think we could even consider that a con.
Yeah.
Unless because at that point you can keep books in the Kindle Cloud. I don't know what it's called, what they call it. And then so basically what's only taking up space is what you download.
Like purchase books?
You mean? Just like download. Huh. Like what you download, you could undownload things on your iPad.
I see that all the time, but if I pay for it, I ain't doing it.
You still keep it. It's still attached to your account. It's just not it's not downloaded on your iPad. It's in like the cloud.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. I don't like you right now.
This is why I need you in my life, Liz. I don't know how the world works. Okay? I just know I can read on my Kindle doc.
You know one thing? Okay, I have a con. I have a real con.
Okay.
So we can't share books.
You can.
What? This is why I need you in my life.
I shared a book with Ms. May because I remember I bought a book and then she was like, oh, it's not on Kindle Unlimited. So I shared it to her. You just have to get her email that's attached to her Amazon account and you can share it. And it's literally like if you go on your Kindle, it'll be a white screen that says loan to whoever you loaned it to.
Does it have a certain amount of time you can lend it?
Whenever she sends it back, you get it back. Yeah, it's great. And then like my mom is again on my Kindle. She's another person under my subscription. She can access my library. So she can just go in my library and be like, oh, I want to read this. But yeah, so you can loan books. And then if she's on your Kindle, like I think Alana's on your Kindle as one of your.
I think she has her own profile.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
No, my mom has her own profile, but because she's under mine, like I pay for her subscription. Or it's one subscription, but you can have 2 members.
Yes. Okay.
So my mom can go into my library. She can't get my Kindle Unlimited books, but any books that I've purchased, she can go in there and borrow.
Holy shit, I need to tell her. I did not know that.
Yeah. But I think you have to do it. The only thing is you have to do it on your Amazon account. So you literally got to go on Amazon, go on your Kindle, and be like, borrow book from, and then it'll transfer to you. Yeah.
And then when you want to send it, you could just send it to somebody's email.
Correct.
Colette, we need to look at each other's Kindles.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, I saw your book the other day. I bake, I fake, I cry, something like that. Remember you had it on your Kindle? You was like, I don't know why I have this book.
I Spy?
No,
Hold on.
cry, I bake, and something.
Is it a Kindle Unlimited book?
I don't know if it's Kindle Unlimited or you purchased the book, but you had it on your Kindle. I saw it the other day. Apparently people were really talking about it.
Bake?
Yeah, I bake.
Oh, I bake and I don't date. I do have it.
Yeah. Apparently people were talking about it. There was one of the cutest books they read.
See, my subconscious knew when it downloaded it.
So yeah. So again, guys, Book Nook through Barnes and Noble. If you want to have like a digital e-read, you have Kindle Unlimited through Amazon. You can purchase the actual Kindle like Liz has, or
use your phone,
your iPad, your phone, whatever. Or if you want a Fire tablet, I don't know if people still use that. I'm sure people do. You can download the Kindle on there also. Mm-hmm. And then you have Audible, and then obviously physical books. So let us know what's your favorite. How do you like to read? Audible is still reading. I don't care what nobody say. If they read to you, you're listening to it. You
could talk about the book like anybody else.
Put it into your life. Okay, like Christ. You read it. It's a book. Yeah. Let us know. Do you read? Do you use any of those? Are you a physical book reader? Do you go to the bookstore? Do you go to the library? Do you use Libby? Because a lot of people like Libby. I try to set it up over here, but where I live, they're just so behind. They don't care about me. I'm just saying. But yeah, just drop a comment below. Let us know. And again, everything will be linked. So we'll link Kindle Unlimited. I think there's an actual link so you can go online and look at it. There are different programs. I think they have a sale going on right now. Obviously, we're still new, so it's not a promotion, but we're letting you know.
Also,
link the Book Nook, all of that.
Target has buy one, get one 50% off books.
Listen, Target, please sponsor Liz. Liz, since the day I met Liz, Liz has been telling me about Target every other day. We need to put you a check.
I love me some Target.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, share, subscribe, recommend to a friend, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Bye.